I could, you know, put them aside and play only, you know, WoW, More Time, and, you know, Ember or whatever. I wouldn't be interested in that. I like to spice it up a bit, you know. An urgent memo regarding the escapee, Lillian Voss. I'm gonna look her up right now. I got my phone here. Oh, I didn't notice there. Remember I was saying I responded to the person talking about stateless system, like how police forces would work in without a state. They actually responded there, and Christ, I am nervous. Like, as I've said before, like, if you don't know me, apparently you can get a transmog. But anyway, if you know me, I'm actually quite a shy person. I'm quite nervous, and as such, chatting with people is quite a difficulty thing. That's why I'm rather giddy. I'm like a more chirpy and whatnot because I wrote a ton, I responded, you know, I'm just very happy with myself. But now, just like, oh no, they responded. Terrifying. But at least in their Twitters, they send me a tweet longer thing. At least in that, they're chirpy, so it abates my concerns. If you get what I'm saying. She's part of the Uncrowned? Ooh. You know William Voss? She, in Cataclysm, we thought she died. She didn't. She came back in WoD, and now she's in Legion. As a rogue, as a member of the Uncrowned, which is the Rogue Guild. They also have, like, Tess. They've Grana Halforsen, whatever she's called. They have someone called Shadow. Don't know who they are. They have a Ravenholt guy. They have some Fleet Admiral, Valera Sanguinar, and Tess Greymane as like different various leaders among the group. References. Trivia. She is a... Oh, apparently, some people, I remember people asserting that she was a reference. Though according to WoW Gamepedia here, that any references, any similarities between characters are coincidental. The character in question was Liliana Vess, a necromancer from Magic the Gathering. So, I'm really nervous. I'm just like, oh no, well, not oh no, but remember I was saying like I responded to the person, we had a bit of a chat. Now, just I get anxious. Like I said, I'm quite a shy, nervous person. So the fact there's a tweet longer there, that you know they sent back to me, and it's just like, oh, I gotta go do that now. I can't keep them waiting. But you know what? I spent like 2 hours responding to them the first time. And I've sent a fair bit back. Like, you know, the 3,000 characters thing. So they probably sent back a fair bit to me. So it might take me 3 hours responding this time, and I want to get a bit of work done. Or recording done. I think I'll call it work when I'm actually making some money off it. I need to remember to turn off monetization if I'm going to say that, don't I? Sometimes I just forget. It's automatically on, even though I disabled it on my channel. It's probably because I'm part of Maker. Which, I'm going to be honest with you, I kind of keep forgetting. I never really did much for me. Like, maybe it's just a case of me misreading contract, but I thought... Actually, maybe it was less that they didn't do much for me, but I didn't take advantage of the services that they provided. Could go either way, really. I don't put it well now. And now I'm just paranoid. Did I break a contract there? Oof. I have no idea. It's a criticism. There's indemnity, vaguely remember, in the contract, but I don't remember anything else. And I don't even remember exactly what indemnity is. Sorry, just trying to dislocate my spine to turn off the heater. Oh, my spine. An urgent message to all Scarlet officers and trustees. The Scourge agent known as Lillian Voss has escaped from her captivity at the Scarlet Palisade. She is to be considered highly dangerous and should be killed on sight. She has already slain 15 of her men. None were left wounded. She do not try to apprehend her. Doing so will likely result in death. She is an enemy to the Crusade and must be crushed immediately. The Crusader who returns her head to the High Priest will be rewarded 1,000 gold. Refer any questions to Commanding Officer BV. BV. I'm sorry, I just found that funny. An urgent memo regarding the escapee Lillian Voss. We shall herd the Scarlet Crusade like cattle to their demise. It sounds like we'll have to keep our eyes out for this Voss character. I don't expect any Forsaken to receive a reward if we capture her. I'm just worried she'll eventually turn against us. Oh, able-bodied. Oh, feck off. Don't care. And that's it. Alright. Well, it should have been obvious, but whatever. What's her name? Zachariah Post. Velma Warnham. Oh, okay. Good for you. So anyway, we'll pop up here and say hi at Garen's haunt. Excuse me. Oh yeah, quest. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh. For a moment I thought one of the characters was called Eliza Kassan. And as I'm wondering, like, wow, a Human Revolution reference. Huh. No, it's Eliza Kassan. And I think it's even spelled differently than Kassan's name. Ooh, some gnolls. Rothhide gnoll. Fantastic. I found the only gnolls with a special thing related to them was the Mosshide gnolls, who get a little shield after taking damage. Not sure how much the shield is for, but they get one nonetheless. Okay. Just creeping around here because I don't want to engage random enemies without needing to. If there's a herb involved, sure. But, you know, herb or, you know, sure. But just engaging random enemies, just shits and giggles, not that interested. And here's a random leper gnome by the name of Crispin. I wonder if he's a reference, because I do think there's a guy who called Crispin on Twitter, or Crispin somehow associated with him anyway, and I think he's done WoW videos and is somewhat well known. What is it I can do for you? Who's the little guy? He's my assistant. Sure, he's not been plagued in the same manner as we have, but he's clearly plagued nonetheless. He's bent the knee to Sylvanas, so he's as much one of us as you're I. And just between you and me, to be perfectly honest, I think the Dark Lady thought he was already bending the knee when he entered her chamber. Oh, to be honest, it's a lot less dramatic when someone that short bends the knee. You know, it's just like, you know, it's more dramatic if they like put their head to the ground, you know. For, you know, an average-sized human, it's a bit more dramatic. Them, not so much. Like they're already, you know, barely off the ground as it is, you know. Holland, he's an amateur. You don't need a fancy two-story apothecarium to make plague. You need love. And maybe some good assistance. Let me show you how plague is really made. Doomweed. My envoy just delivered me a bushel of gloomweed. Gloomweed. I don't need gloomweed. I need doomweed. You can see the predicament I'm in, Shandalyn. I'll make it worth your while to gather what I need. Bring back to me enough doomweed. I'll give you a suitable reward. It is my understanding that they like to plague the flora, near the mass gravesite to the north of the Brill graveyard. Hurry, and be mindful of the gnolls in the area. Working for Jared isn't all bad. He might lose his temper now and then, but he pays well, and even gives me a boost when I can't reach something in the cart. That's pretty nice. Though, to be honest, I don't see that happening very often, considering how empty the cart is. He gives a herb pouch and crystal vials. Well, if he was a herbalist, I'll probably be interested. Just purely, it's a 12-slot bag. I like to have everything going from this bag up to here, but due to due to decisions Blizzard's made, that's not likely to happen. Well, I can't fix it. It used to be in the settings. It's not there anymore. It's hidden. So Palnai isn't affected by the hiddening of the thing. It's kept at having in this bag, but any new character is affected by it. The only way around it is an add-on, and I can't find it. I'll have to look into it again. But anyway, 12-slot bag, it's useful. Well, it's only useful for herbs, if I'm getting a lot of herbs and they're taking up space. I'm bunging it in the herb pouch. Though, to be honest, such bags have gotten a little superfluous, considering that things now stack up to 200. The mass graves within the forest to the west of us were made to accommodate the impressive number of deaths the Terrestrials suffered when the plague first came. The bodies in these graves have so far been spared on death, but the Scourge now send rawhide gnolls to gather the corpses, use them to bolster their armies. This cannot be allowed. Your task is twofold. Slay the rawhides at the mass grave and Garen's haunt, and gather from them the life and the bombing ichor that gives them life.
Off and away.
I remember doing this quest once upon a time. Also remember at the farm I pointed out to the east over here, you used to be able to get a letter that was for someone in the inn. The inn used to look a lot different once upon a time. It used to be, Brill used to look like just a burnt out or damaged human settlement. Much like the Det now does. So there's someone in the inn you could find, some lady, and you could give her a letter from her old flame, who's long since perished. Or turned undead. Same thing really, I suppose, but yeah. No flavor text. Need to work my way towards over here. Once God, these are nicely spaced out. That's why you don't run into too many at once. Also, I do notice that I didn't have subscription active at the present, and I do notice flavor text on that. I'll read it in a moment. I do notice that. I have a card downstairs meant to put a subscription on, but I was figuring, you know what? I'll put subscription on when I need to. That way, you know, it's not taking away with me not using it. Like if I can get away with, you know, recording beta, recording beta under the starter edition. You know, like say if, you know, I don't need the subscription to play the character up to level 20, then I see little need to do so. Little need to have a subscription going if I don't need it. Of course, if I want to go record Palnai or do some auction work, I'll obviously toss it on then, but not until then. Okay, Doomweed. Not to be confused with Gloomweed, Wombweed, Broomweed, or Doomseed. And I'll go mine there. Okay. Can't wait till I hit next level. Then I can become a demonologist warlock, which is what I'm interested in. Then again, destruction might be more fun. I'm not sure. I'll have a look at what abilities I'll get from the get-go. 2 bits of Doom Meter. Don't mind if I do. Also, Womb Seed sounds like makes me think like Womb Raider. So, I remember seeing art on DeviantArt by that name. So yeah. And various Tomb Raider. It's a Tomb Raider fetish joke. I've seen weird shit. Like seriously. Okay. Seriously. I remember seeing oh, what should I call it? Like I look around online and I'm stumbling onto weird shit. I remember stumbling onto WoW Vor. Yeah. It was dragon on night elf stuff. I've seen weird shit is what I'm saying. Very, very weird shit. It's also why I was laughing my ass off when I was playing Warframe, because one of the bad guys you go up against is Captain Vor. VOR. No, unlike the night elf thing I was mentioning, which was VORE, but close enough. It's like, well, shit, he's got an unfortunate name, and he doesn't help with the whole we'll eat you, and that will cure infertility or sterility or whatever. Apparently, the Grenier, or like the faction he's part of, are all infertile or sterile or something. Also, they're all blind and deaf. Like Helen Keller would have noticed me trying to kill him. But yeah, anyway, they're all blind, they're deaf. They're all blind, deaf, mutes or something. Well, not mutes, but yeah. They're all little iffy in the health department. So most of their race are now clones. And he claims that consuming the blood of the player character, or yeah, I think it was consuming the blood, would somehow cure them of the health issues. Well, that was his assumption anyway. Bloody hell, if I know if it's true. Oh, excuse me. So yeah. Find 2 more mongrels. There's 3 types of wrought-hide gnolls here. Wrought-hide gnolls, grave robbers, and mongrels. Grave robbers, no, they all can give you ichor, ichor, whatever, the embalming liquid. Though the gnolls are only good for that. The rest can give you that and the count towards a kill. So you're honestly better off to ignore the gnolls unless you want the extra XP and loot. Why are you purple? The Curse of Tizul. Tool. At -2 intellect. Which I don't think is much of an issue. I think you got energy. I remember once upon a time you used to be able to look at your pet list. But maybe I'm just not high enough level to see that there. Or your pet page. Maybe I'm just not high enough level to. Because I also noticed how I can't control my pet at present. But maybe that's a level 10 thing. I think I remember that with Hunrin. I was trying to see, the number pad at the other side of on the right hand side of the keyboard. Could I use that instead of the ones at the left hand corner? Because it'll just be, easier. So it could be lazy, but no. Also, just to say it, if you're into anything I ever talk about, and I, saying it's weird shit, I'm saying that because it's weird shit. I don't give 2 shits if you're into it. I'm just simply saying the thing is weird. I'm not making any judgment beyond that. So, just be clear. Like honestly, I don't give two shits what anyone's into. I don't fuck it. I don't.